Never should have let that floozy talk me out of rubbing out your grandfather.
Huh? Kid?
No one in Hill Valley messes with the Tannen family.
Ah! Marty, get in! This timeline's been compromised.
No kidding!
Somehow, something we did in 1931 allowed Kid Tannen to escape his date with justice. As a consequence, the Tannens have been unchecked in Hill Valley for over 50 years.
Ah, jeez, they robbed the arcade?
We've got to go back to the day Kid Tannen was supposed to be arrested. Figure out what went wrong and fix it. Otherwise, you could be forever stuck in a town owned by the Tannens.
Not an option, Doc. Punch it. Okay, Doc. Let's run through this again.
Sometime tonight, Kid Tannen is supposed to be betrayed by his mole, a singer named Trixie Trotter.
That hot babe I saw coming out of the speakeasy.
Exactly. When she does, history says Tannen will be arrested by a rookie cop by the name of Danny Parker.
Parker. Hey, do you think he's related to Jennifer Parker, my girlfriend?
Could be.
Evie.
In any event, somehow we've changed history so that neither of these events happens, condemning your family to generations of abuse at the hands of the Tannen crime family. We need to go back into Tannen's speakeasy, find out what's gone wrong, and get Kid Tannen arrested.
No problem, Doc. Let me just put on my hat and I'm good to go. Is the mustache really necessary?
It's essential. You can't let Kid know that you're the same troublemaker that foiled his attempt to kill me.
Are you sure you can't come in with me?
It's far too dangerous. You may be easy to disguise with your nondescript features, but ever since my daring escape from the police and the mob, my distinctive face has been plastered over every paper from here to Reno.
Nondescript.
I'll find a safe place to hunker down. That flop house ought to fit the bill. You can find me there if you need me.
It's closed for the night. Huh, looks like Emmett's been busy.
Pardon me, sir. From the way you're dressed and your general aura of seediness, I can infer only one thing. You're heading for Tannen's speakeasy. Am I right?
No?
At least you possess enough shame to lie about it. Unfortunately, I don't have the power to stop you, but I beg you to tarry here a few more seconds and listen to my song. Me, 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 me. You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care. What in heaven's name?
Oh, sorry, Miss Strickland. Just a little experimental prototype gone momentarily awry.
Mr. Brown, why is there a dog in that vehicle?
Why? Well, to advance the human condition, of course. Hello, Sonny.
Sonny? Mr. Crockett, what are you doing in that getup?
It's just my new look. I'm trying to prove that you can dress like a gangster without being a gangster, you know?
How exciting! You'll have to give me an exclusive sometime. Right now, I've got some souls to save.
And you'll have to get an eyeful of my newest experiment.
You're not angry about the rocket drill?
Ugh, water over the bridge. I've moved on to bigger and better things. Come by the gazebo when you get a chance. I'll be setting up. You won't believe what Einie and I have been up to.
Famous last words. All right. Now where's that speakeasy?
Sonny, you're just in time.
How have you been, Emmett? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of months.
I'm great, and I owe it all to you.
Really?
Yes, that argument I had with my father during our jet drill experiment gave me the incentive to finally quit that dreary court job. I've committed myself full-time to a life of science.
So, thanks for watching Einstein while I've been away.
It's been a pleasure. He's proven to be a surprisingly willing test subject. It's almost as if he's been working with me for years.
More like decades. What's the story with the little car and all this equipment?
Einstein and I are conducting a few experiments with this 1/4 scale model to work out a few hitches in my planned demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo in a couple of months.
A radio-controlled car?
No. Well, yes, but it'll be so much more than that. It will amaze the world. Aha! Got it!
Got what?
I'll show you. Ready to go, Einstein? Watch this! When this baby hits 23 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious cow flop.
Einstein!
Oh,
Get him out of there!
not to worry. I've got a fail-safe eject mechanism around here someplace. See? Nothing to worry about.
Nothing. I'll go see if I can find something to help. Or someone. Don't worry, Emmett. I'm sure you'll get it right someday.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Right now, I'm more concerned with Einstein.
Can't you just go into the courthouse to get Einstein?
If I still had my job as a clerk, sure, but lately a lot of evidence has gone missing, so they've installed new locks. Now the place is sealed up tighter than my dad's wallet.
What went wrong with your rocket car?
I'm not entirely sure. As soon as we get Einstein down, I'm gonna go look for it.
What's up with you and Edna? A couple months ago, I could swear she was making goo-goo eyes at you.
That was before my father had her Stay Sober Society meeting thrown out of our house. Now she takes every opportunity she can get to snipe at me and my work. It's very distracting.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
My pop says he's a good cop when he's not drinking.
Good.
Of course, now I hear he drinks all the time.
You know anything about Trixie Trotter?
The songbird of the Sierras? The nightingale of the north? The floozy of the foothills? Never heard of her. Man, I've definitely never snuck into Tannen's speakeasy to listen to her.
Why don't you go look for your car now?
And leave Einie stuck on a ledge? Never! Dogs are much more important than any silly rocket car. Especially one that doesn't work at all.
Well, I'll go off and see if I can get some help.
You do that. I'll stay here and see if I can think of a way to get Einie off that ledge.
Hey, Doc. How's the room?
It's a little cleaner than I would have imagined for a Depression-era flophouse. How are your investigations going?
I haven't really made any progress with Trixie yet.
Well, get out there and make some. If she doesn't blow the whistle on Kid tonight, he may never be brought to justice.
Why didn't you tell me I'd run into your younger self tonight?
Because I don't remember being out here tonight. Clearly, your interactions with my younger self 2 months ago have slightly altered my personal timeline. I never had the nerve to perform public experiments like he's doing. No matter. Those experiments will be forgotten once I've seen Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Yes. Right now, my younger self is fiddling around down there with rocket propulsion systems for his demonstration at the expo.
The thing that'll kick off your scientific career.
Exactly. Now, the rockets are a horrible idea, and I'll soon realize that they'll never work. But eventually, I'll wander into that movie theater and see Frankenstein and clear my mind. I've kept the ticket stub from that movie in my wallet ever since. See?
Why?
Because it's during this movie that I'll have the inspiration for my breakthrough at the expo.
It doesn't have anything to do with reanimating the dead, does it?
Not the way you're thinking, no. But during that famous scene when Colin Clive turned the wheel that raised that shrouded figure into the tower, and that bolt of lightning struck, well, let's just say more than one brain was reanimated that night.
Emmett's not having much luck getting Einstein off the courthouse.
I'm not surprised. Einstein's a smart dog, but heights give him the willies.
What can we do?
I've got it.
What?
Just get my younger self distracted, and I'll handle the rest.
Where'd you park the DeLorean?
I hid it in the DeSoto lot. Nobody's buying cars these days, so it should be safe in there.
Hey, who did burn down Tannen's original speakeasy anyway?
I still don't know. I'd really like to find out before we go home.
I never did get a straight answer about why you came back to 1931 in the first place.
It's, personal. When this is over, I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, you know. Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
It's very simple. In the original timeline, Timeline A, the speakeasy arsonist was never caught, creating one of Hill Valley's enduring historical mysteries.
Okay.
When I traveled back to 1931, I created Timeline B, in which I was misidentified as the arsonist and subsequently killed by Kit Tannen's goons. Einstein came with me, and somehow he ended up in the DeLorean when its fail-safe mechanism triggered, sending it back to 1986.
Which is where I came in.
Precisely. You traveled back to June 14th, 1931, creating Timeline C, a world in which Carl Sagan wasn't rubbed out by Kit Tannen. But Arthur McFly was served with a subpoena.
And shot by Kid Tannen's goons.
Yes. So you jumped back in time 6 hours, creating Timeline D, saving your grandfather's life, but somehow preventing Kit Tannen from meeting his date with justice.
Which is why the Tannens were so powerful when we jumped back to 86.
Uh-huh. So now we've returned to August of 1931, creating Timeline E, in which, fingers crossed, we'll send Tannen to prison where he belongs. Got it?
Sure.
Good.
One question.
What?
Can you explain all this? I'm confused. Why are Tannens always such jerks anyway?
It's hard to say. Rogue Neanderthal genes in their DNA, perhaps.
Just keep your head low, Doc. I'll be back soon.
I'll keep an eye out for your grandfather.
Any luck with Einstein?
I'm still thinking about it. It's a perplexing spatial conundrum, aggravated by Einie's understandable skittishness.
Why don't you take a break from Einstein Patrol for a minute? Maybe go see a movie or something.
Thanks for the offer, Sonny. When once Emmett Lathrop Brown sets his mind on a task, nothing can distract him from his purpose. And right now, that purpose is rescuing your dog.
Why don't you go look for your car now?
And leave Einie stuck on a ledge? Never! Dogs are much more important than any silly rocket car. Especially one that doesn't work at all.
Have you seen that Frankenstein movie yet? I hear it's pretty inspirational.
Not yet. I've been so busy with my rocket car that I haven't found the time. But I'm planning on going tonight. At least I will once I get Einstein down.
So you're really going to see Frankenstein tonight? I'd hate for you to miss it.
Oh, don't worry. Nothing in the world would keep me from seeing a movie about a mad scientist with delusions of godhood.
Cool. Why don't you take a break from Einstein Patrol for a minute? Maybe go see a movie or something.
Thanks for the offer, Sonny. Once Emmett Lathrop Brown sets his mind on a task, nothing can distract him from his purpose. And right now, that
Well, I'll go off and see if I can get some help.
You do that. I'll stay here and see if I can think of a way to get Einie off that ledge. Don't touch those! They're very sensitive!
Sorry. Hey, Edna.
Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
Saving people from alcohol, vice, and disorder. And also keeping a lookout for hot stories. You'd be surprised how much news breaks on this corner.
Broken any stories tonight?
Only the usual. Mayor Thomas trying to slink out of the speakeasy. Frankie Needles crashing his car into a fire hydrant. Nothing that'll get me the front page.
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Young scientist strands dog on courthouse roof.
What?
Look over there.
Oh, for goodness sake. Mr. Brown!
Please, Miss Strickland, not now. Can't you see I've got a rather delicate situation on my hands at the moment? My trial run...
Trial run? Public hazard, I call it. And I'm sure my editor will agree. This scientific enterprise of yours represents a clear and present danger to public
You
safety.
know what represents a clear and present danger to public safety? Your singing voice.
There's no need to get personal, Mr. Brown.
Believe me, I have no intention of getting personal with you.
I'm relieved to hear it. Flying cars, of all the ridiculous
You
juvenile
mock me,
notions.
but just imagine a world in which traffic jams and car crashes are a thing of the past.
I might be more inclined to listen to you if your maiden voyage hadn't ended in a crash on one roof and a stranded dog on another.
I'm working on getting him down. Einie, how'd you get down? Clever dog.
Well, fortune favors you tonight, but I warn you to be more careful in the future.
Now, how to get that rocket car back down?
Hey, boy, how you doing? Good dog. No time for a haircut now, even if they were open. Besides, they'd probably cut it too short.
Who sent you?
Ulysses S. Grant.
What did you bring me?
Meat and potatoes.
What's the word?
Words are for wimps.
Ew.
Who died and made you boss?
Am I?
Take a hike, Squirt. Who told you to come here?
Bruce Springsteen?
Who told you about this place?
Place to call to my travel agent.
What's the big idea?
Stitch in time saves 9.
Settle down, mister. Why don't you wait outside and take a nap?
Napkin, please. I've made a mess.
Who gave you the right to knock on my door?
Doris Day?
What will you do if I break your leg?
Lego your ego?
Where did you come from?
From Russia. With love.
Welcome to El Kid, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to once again present the hottest little number this side of the Rockies. And when I say my pleasure, I think you all know what I'm talking about, am I right? So let's have a big El Kid welcome for the one, the only, Trixie Trotter.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Out of my way, kid. I got some sorrows to drown.
I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I'm happy, go lucky, and say I am plucky.
Hey, I know you. You're...
Parker. For Danny Parker. Hill Valley PD. Have we met? You look familiar.
Nah.
Well, stranger, sit down and have a drink on me.
I hear you've been having troubles.
Troubles? Buddy, nobody knows the troubles I've seen.
Want to talk about them?
Do I? Do I? Yeah, I do. Listen, it all started when this car...
Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun?
Whoopee!
Rent's unpaid
Yeah.
this year.
Now, about those
We
troubles.
haven't a bun.
I don't want to wallow in misery. I came here to get happy.
For people
Hallelujah!
in the winter, in the summer, don't we have
Shouldn't you be
fun?
arresting Tannen?
For
Times of
what?
moment,
Well, for running a
days
speakeasy, for one thing.
so we have
Well, I
fun.
like this speakeasy.
There's
So
nothing
there.
sure
It's left.
than
If I arrested
revenge
him,
for
I'd have to
children.
arrest you
In the
and me
meantime,
and everyone else in here.
ain't we got
And that's just way
fun?
too much work for one little cop like me.
Should you be drinking so much on duty?
Probably not, but this joint ain't open when I'm off duty.
See you later, Danny.
I'll be here.
I'm supposed to get this guy to arrest Kid Tannen tonight?
You in?
Why not? Gonna put it all on red.
Two. You in?
Double zero.
Two. You in?
Even's my lucky number.
Double zero.
No!
Hey, back off, kid. I'm trying to entertain some people here.
Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid, dear, we haven't a buzz. But smiles were made, dear, for people like us. In the winter, in the summer, don't we have fun? What is this feeling that has me in its grip? What has me on the edge and curling my lip? Worse in the blues or the front page news, it's rage. I'm overflowing. I've asked my doctor and psychiatrist too. They tell me that there's not a thing I can do. There's no consoling and there's no controlling this rage.
Danny.
You.
I'm overflowing with rage.
So about those troubles.
Go away. I'm drinking.
Daytime, nighttime, anytime at all, I'm hotter than a radiator gauge.
See you later, Danny.
I'll be
Summertime,
here.
Wintertime, spring or fall, it's rage. That's got me steaming. Volcanoes blow the tops and tidal waves crest. But there's a force in nature worse than the rest. There's something that I've got to get off my chest. It's rage. I'm overflowing with rage. I'm like a villain on a stage. Whisper in my ear, so no one can hear. Secrets are for sharing love, they're not meant for blaring love. Whisper in my ear, so no one can hear. Shh. Whisper in my ear, let me read you soft and clear. Don't make it fortissimo, make it pianissimo.
Danny.
You.
Whisper in my ear.
So about those troubles.
I'm not really in the mood to talk about it right now. I just want to drink and listen to Trixie.
I want
See you later, Danny.
I'll be here.
So don't voce me. And when you do, I'll cry. Oh, may we, darling, whisper in my ear. There's nobody near. They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant.
Danny.
You.
That's why I don't care. I
So
don't
about those
care
troubles.
I'm not really in the mood to talk about it.
what people think of
See you later, Dan.
me.
I'll be here.